Fishing in Minecraft is kind of boring. You just sit there all day, waiting, and waiting, and waiting for a fish to come. And then when you finally catch a fish, sometimes it's not even a fish. But what if I told you there's a mod that can fix all of that? Introducing the Aquaculture 2 mod. The Aquaculture 2 mod adds new fishing rods, fishing hooks, tons and tons of new fish, and an entirely new mineral that can be used to make super awesome armor. All this and more in this video. This is the Aquaculture 2 mod showcase. Starting off first, here we have the fishing rods. There are 4 types of fishing rods in the Aquaculture 2 mod pack. First we have the iron fishing rod, and that's a stick, 2 iron ingots, and 2 string. The golden fishing rod, a stick, 2 golden ingots, and 2 string. The diamond fishing rod, which is a stick, 2 diamonds, and 2 string. And the Neptunium fishing rod, which can be found in either the Neptune's bounty, or it can be crafted with a stick, 2 Neptunium ingots, and 2 string. The only difference between these fishing rods is that the higher up the mineral is, the more durability it has. Except for the Neptunium fishing rod, which has a special buff called Neptune's Song, and that means fish are more likely to bite. Next up are the fishing hooks. Now there are 9 fishing hooks, and they each have their own special buffs. But starting off first with the iron hook, it has a 20% chance to not use the fishing rod's durability, and that is crafted with 4 iron nuggets. Then there's the gold hook. The gold hook gives you increased luck, and it's made with an iron hook and 4 golden nuggets. Next is the diamond hook. The diamond hook gives you 50% chance not to use durability. It is crafted with an iron hook and 4 diamonds. Next is the light hook. The light hook is light, so it casts further. And to make the light hook, you need an iron hook and 4 feathers. Next is the heavy hook. The heavy hook casts shorter, and it is crafted with an iron hook and 4 iron nuggets. Next is the double hook. The double hook gives you the chance to catch 2 things, and it is made with just 2 iron hooks. Next is the redstone hook. The redstone hook increases how long you have to reel in a fish, and that is made with an iron hook and 4 redstone. Next is the note hook. The note hook plays an alert when a fish is approaching, and it is made with an iron hook and the note block. Finally is the nether star hook. The nether star hook gives you a 50% chance to not use durability, and it has increased luck, and it is made with a diamond hook and a nether star. Next is the tackle box. A tackle box is just a place where you can put the fishing rod and add upgrades. You can add in a hook, fishing line, bait, or a new bobber. And then once you have crafted this, bring it over here. You can see that the new fishing hook is connected to the bobber. Next, we're going to do what I call the rapid fish fire round. But before we do that, please go ahead and smack that like button with a fish of your choosing, and hit that subscribe button so that I can make more content just like this one. Starting off the rapid fire fish round, we have the freshwater biome, and this is lakes, ponds, rivers, basically any standard water source. This is what you're going to find. You're going to find smallmouth bass, bluegill, brown trout, carp, catfish, gar, minnow, muskellunge, perch, and algae. Moving on to the arid biomes like a desert, we have the bayad, the bulti, the capitane, and the Synodontus. Moving on to the Arctic Ocean, we have the Atlantic cod, the Atlantic halibut, the Atlantic herring, the Pacific halibut, the blackfish, the pink salmon, the pollock, and the rainbow trout. Next is saltwater, such as oceans, and that includes jellyfish, red grouper, and tuna. Next is the jungle biome, where you'll find arapaima, arrow turtle, piranha, and the tambaqui. Next is the swamp biome, where you find a frog, a leech, and a box turtle, as well as the freshwater fish mentioned before. Then there's the mushroom island, where you find the red and brown shrumas and the freshwater fish discussed before. And then there's some other loot you can find. This can be found in any of the biomes we just talked about. You can find driftwood, tin can, goldfish, message in a bottle, box, lockbox, treasure chest, and Neptune's bounty. Now, Neptune's bounty is a special thing that we're going to be talking about very soon. First, we have the fish mounts. Now, the fish mounts can be made with any type of wood, and it basically allows you to put up your fish on display, and it displays the name above it. Now we're going to move on to the final segment of our mod showcase, and that is the Neptunium segment. Now, Neptunium is the new mineral that is involved in the game, and you can create every tool, a bow, and every piece of armor. You can also find Neptune ingots, and you can turn them into Neptune blocks. Now, Neptunium is different than the other ores because it is a little bit lower than Netherite in terms of armor levels, but they all have special buffs. So first we're going to take a look at the pickaxe and the shovel because they have the same buff, and they both have Neptune's Grace, which is usable without speed penalty underwater. So it's basically the same as having Aqua Affinity, but you can always use it even if you're not wearing your armor. Next are the Neptune Axe and the Neptune Sword. These two both have the same. Neptune's Axe and Neptune's Might each increases damage against enemies underwater. So these basically can be used underwater with a buff attached to their damage. Next we have the Hoe, and the Hoe has Neptune's Gift, which means tilled farmland will stay moist. So if I move away from a water source and come back here, you'll see that the farmland that I till is all wet. So there's no water needed, and all the farmland will stay wet without having to have a water source nearby. Next is the Neptunium Bow, and the Neptunium Bow has the buff Neptune Strike, and that makes arrows go smoothly through water. So instead of the arrows kind of stopping 5 feet in front of you, it'll act like a regular bow underwater. Now we're going to move on to what my favorite part of the Neptunium section is, and that's the armor. So I'm going to quickly grab all of the Neptunium armor, and we'll start off with the helmet. Now the helmet has Neptune's Gaze, which improves your underwater vision. It practically gives you infinite night vision underwater. Come down here, you'll see that I can see much farther down here, and I have night vision infinitely, so I can see around much better. Next is the Neptunium chestplate, which has Neptune's lungs, and that allows you to breathe underwater infinitely. So if I go ahead and put this on, and I hop down here, you can see that first my vision will improve, but I also, if I go in survival mode, I am not losing any breath bubbles. So I can stay under here infinitely, and I think I'll do the rest of the mod showcase underwater in survival mode. Next are the Neptunium leggings, and this has Neptune's buoyancy, and this makes you weightless underwater. Basically what this does is it makes you float slower to the bottom. And finally you have Neptune's swiftness, which increases your swim speed. So without the boots, you can see I swim relatively slow. Still fast, but kind of slow. Then when I put on the boots, you'll see that when I swim much faster. And that's it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I will make sure to post more mod showcases soon, once a week. But this has been Mouse Plays. Please go ahead and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this on my channel. And hit that like button, because it really helps me out against the YouTube algorithm. Anyways, that's all for now. I'm Mouse Plays. It's been magical, and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.